So
Okay.
to High is a platform where we want to appreciate people for the work they are doing and bring them into notice to a bigger audience. If any of you watching this video is interested in astronomy and want to know how to take your passion forward, then listen to our conversation today. Today, I have with me Anish Kumar, who is the founder of Risa Astronomy and is conducting a lot of real life experiences to see the space through his telescope. This is just a passion for him. Otherwise, he is working with an IT company. A very warm welcome, Anish, to So To High.
Hi, thank you, Aditi.
Yeah, Anish, tell us from where did you start Risa Astronomy?
Yeah, I had a astronomy club for the last many years, but Risa Astronomy formally we started a Facebook page in 2017.
Okay.
But before that, I was managing, other astronomy clubs within my apartment
Mm-hmm.
and such. So, I was involved in astronomy, but formally we started it about 2017.
Okay. So now you are taking classes online also. So how does
Yeah,
that
that's
work?
right. So we have both the models actually. We take people out to the clear skies,
Mm-hmm.
and you can uh, camp and stay overnight and look at the stars. We also do online classes as and when time permits. We do that predominantly very short duration ones for
Okay.
1 or 2 hours, so that people can get a very basic idea on how to start off astronomy and things like that.
Okay. And from where did you start working or getting interested towards astronomy? And how did it all start?
I think it all started very early. In my childhood itself, I was interested. I remember that we used to have power cuts at a particular
Mm-hmm.
time at home. So my brother and I used to go out and look at the sky and look at different constellations, look at satellites. So it's always been an interest. But of course, once I got into college and then I got busy with other stuff with my first job, so I did not really get as much time, but
Mm.
it was always something that I liked and I enjoyed doing from my childhood itself. So it's
Okay.
not something new.
So tell us about your first telescope.
Yeah, so about 13 years ago, I got my first telescope. Till that
Okay.
point, I had not looked through a telescope. It was
Mm-hmm.
very rare having a telescope back then. Not many people owned one.
Mm.
And I did not know also of many astronomy clubs where I could go and see a telescope. But I bought one in 2013. I traveled to Mumbai. I
Okay.
bought it and got it back with me. So yeah, it's been quite difficult, learning to use that first telescope.
Yeah.
But that was
So
13
at
been a
that
while.
time, you were
So
still studying something, or you had started your job?
no, I had started my job
Okay.
very well, and I had been working for a few years.
Hmm.
Sorry, I'd been working for a few years by at that point when I got my. I mean, it's not very cheap, so yeah, you can't really do it while you're studying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what was the reaction at home when you got your telescope and you started spending something because telescopes are not very easy to buy and they're expensive also.
Yeah, I mean, once you buy a telescope and someone who has not looked through a telescope, they don't like the idea. They don't
Mm-hmm.
like, that you spend so much. But once everyone starts looking through the telescope, then it's different, then you don't have to. It is all justified. Like, once they see Saturn or
Yeah.
Jupiter, or they see some Andromeda galaxy through a
Hmm.
telescope, then they stop asking questions. So it's not very difficult to convince, but
Yeah.
on paper it's very difficult to justify spending that kind of money for a
Hmm.
telescope, definitely. Yeah.
And how do you take out time to manage your job also and then astronomy?
See, because I'm doing it mostly for my own passion, like I'm not competing, or I'm not doing this for, there is no end objective of achieving anything. So,
Okay.
whenever I get time, I just, the telescopes are already always set up at home.
Hmm.
So if there's a clear sky, and if I get half an hour, 1 hour, I just put it out in the balcony. Though I live in an apartment, I only get to see very small part of the sky.
Okay.
But at least in a year, because of my, Risa astronomy, I travel at least 30 to 40 days in a year. We are doing astronomy. So, I somehow make time to, most weekends are free because of this job. So
Yeah.
I try to make the most out of it.
Hmm. And how many telescopes are there with you?
I have a few. I have about 10 telescopes right now, including binoculars and small telescopes and all that. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So do you
And
have it? How easy or difficult it is to, manage these telescopes and
It's not very difficult as such. It's like using anything for the first time. Think of it
mm-hmm.
like a musical instrument. It's not like a cell phone. Like
Okay.
it doesn't do anything on its own.
Mm-hmm.
Like buying a guitar or buying anything else. It's like that. It's not something that you can just buy and then expect it to do things for you.
Hmm.
But if you think about it like learning some musical instrument, or
Hmm.
learning something, any other art,
Hmm.
whatever, then you'll be in the right frame of mind, because a lot of people I know that have spent a lot of money, 50,000 rupees, 1 lakh rupees, bought telescopes,
Hmm.
and not used it because they don't know, they don't want to
How to
spend
use it?
time
Hmm.
and learn to use it. So, yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter how much you spend, you'll have to really think of it as a new skill.
Hmm.
And it's not difficult. I mean, I'm not a science student. Uh, my background is in commerce, and I did hotel management. So, there's nothing to do with physics and, at all.
Hmm.
But I could learn it. So, if I can do it, I'm sure anyone can do it. So, it's not that
Wow.
difficult.
So, Anish, it was great knowing your journey and the way you started. It is really very inspiring, and definitely people would love to see Risa Astronomy your page because it has so many content in it and the pictures which you put. And recently, I think you had put a picture of full moon, which was beautiful.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. I mean, I encourage people to, go through, if they have any kind of, inclination towards astronomy. You
Mm-hmm.
can always come and visit my site, and there is a lot of information, like you said.
Yeah.
Plus, you're welcome to join on our trips as well when we go out of station. And even otherwise, I keep posting information there so that you can pursue
Guide
astronomy
or
on your own.
something.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I collect antique books. So in one of the books, I happened to see this
Okay.
photo of old telescope. I mean, it's not the first telescope, but
Okay.
it was one of the largest telescopes at that time. It was made during the Second World War.
Oh. So thank you for taking out time
Sure,
and sharing your experiences with us.
you're most welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you for spending the time discussing astronomy. I'm always available for this
Yes.
topic. Yeah,
Thank you, Anish, so much.
uh, you're
Yeah.
welcome, Aditi.
Yeah.
Yeah.